मैं म्यूट करूं?
Hi students, I am Rohit from WAC, and today we are going to organize an automobile IC engine webinar. Okay, so it is a 1 hour webinar, and Mr. Pandey is there. He has around 5 years of working experience in automobile industry, right? And he is into trainings. He has given around 100 plus trainings in various IITs and NITs, and he has given many trainings in various companies as well. So we'll take all your queries about the certification, about the training, about the internship and everything. And after taking your training, you can ask our counselors about the further formalities and all. So Mr. Harshad Pandey is there to teach you everything right from the basics till advanced level of the subject. So Harshad sir, over to you, and you can start the class, sir. Many students are live now.
Hi everyone, this is Harshit Pandey. Already sir has mentioned you that about me. I'm a B mechanical engineer. Then I have been experienced in different companies like Mercedes, Force Motors, and I have done the internship in Tata Motors. So here we are normally happening with the help of a tool. Means basically today's a webinar on the topic of automobile. What are the advantages of automobile and what are its main role playing in a normally every sectors. Okay, so I start with it. Guys, if you have any doubt or any question, you can just ask me in the comment box. I just tell you about it.
हेलो सर.
Hmm.
हेलो सर, आप थोड़ा सा बेसिक ओवरव्यू देना चालू कर दीजिए, मतलब अबाउट द ऑटोमोबाइल एंड
Yeah,
एनालिसिस
yeah,
इंजन.
yeah.
हाँ, मतलब ये क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछेंगे. पहले आप थोड़ा एक ओवरव्यू दे दीजिए, फिर ये लोग स्टूडेंट्स क्या करने वाले हैं कि अपना क्वेश्चंस है ना यहाँ चैट बॉक्स में डालते रहेंगे, राइट?
Okay, okay.
एंड फिर किसी किसी एक स्टूडेंट का आप चैट बॉक्स से उठा के और फिर उनको आंसर कर दीजिए.
Fine, sir.
हम्म.
Hello. So, guys, what do you understand by the automobile? An automobile is basically an industry in which normally we are having a multiple things like now the automobile is one of the important sectors for any of the economic country. Like in a if we speak about the GDP or different things, it plays a very important roles. Okay, here also normally we are playing important roles in many fields like such as your communication. Hello. Hi guys. So I'll just start with the automobile. Actually, there was a issue with some of the my sliding. That's why I'm not able to show that PPT here. So what is the automobile? Automobile is basically one of the important roles plays in any of the GDP. Normally, our automobile sectors are divided into four segments. One is a passenger, one is a two wheelers, one is a commercial, and one is a high huge commercial vehicles. Okay. So in India, we are basically having a normally different technology to manufacture it. Already we are ASAIR is there, normally our SARI is there. Different institutes or different company standards are there, which is delivering you different standards for your aims and achievements. Similarly, here I just show you with the help of PPTs and everything. How does it be looking like? Okay, I just start with it. Actually, I just was waiting with this one. Okay, initially the normally the automobile sectors was started up in a 1969 already almost the automobile sector was started. Okay, in automobile sectors we are having a many most of the GDP is dependent on 5% to 10% of GDP is normally almost dependent on the automobile sectors. Okay, and it if I say that from the last 10 years the GDP is going completely going up and up because of a normally or automobile sectors only. Okay, as I said you that the normally or automobile sectors will be divided into the four segment, that's the two wheeler, three wheelers, passenger, and the commercial. Okay, Then what are the main in this? The India is a main manufacturer in the two wheelers and the three wheelers. Okay, we are covering almost 5% to 6% of a normally company production, overall world production in two wheelers and the three wheelers. Okay, and our different products companies which are manufacturing are like a Honda, Skoda, BMW, Mercedes. We are just having the there's also company. Our main companies are Tata, Hondas, and everything which are manufacturing it. So, what is the basic need of learning the automobile? Okay, what is the basically need of learning the automobile, and what why we should learn the automobile, or why should we have a information about the automobile? Okay, see, if we have having the automobile is not only described about the only the IC engine. Okay, automobile has a many multiple things. Now if you're seeing that we have a normally hybrid vehicles, we have normally electric vehicles. Okay, in the automobile also we have a multiple things to study, such as your normally what are the different types of braking systems, such as your ABS, now such as your ESP, that is electronic stability program. Then your normally EBD means electronic based distribution forces. In braking system also we are just studying with that we have only a friction braking system, but we have a multiple braking system like your normally vacuum braking system, electronic braking systems. Then we have a your power braking system. So here in the automobile is only a very vast syllabus to understand it, and it is a very plays important roles in any of the different segments. Okay, such as your if I just speak about a normally in a day-to-day life also, the automobile plays a very important and the huge applications in your normally day life. As you see in that, no one is traveling from the one place to another place without any of the automobile vehicles. If I just speak like you are just traveling by the bus, we're traveling by a bike, you are traveling by a car. That all things are the automobile things. In automobile things, automobile we have a multiple things to be study of, such as your transmission systems. We'll be studying about normally about your engines for a different type of engine. That it's a two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine, six-stroke engines. Okay, either it's a normally BS1, BS2, BS3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, as each government also has each norms about the what is it understand by the Bharat states norms? Why we are introducing or why the government is introducing a Bharat states norm 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. 5 is not like this normally. From the 4 directly it has came to 6 one. Why there's a reason of changing a normally norms. Okay, the norms are basically for the regulations of a modifications of the engines, for the modification of your normally such as your pollution contains, such as a normally in a modification is IC engine to make the more average of your vehicle to get a economic and different things. Okay, I can see someone is commenting. So, what is the prospect of instrumentation engineering automobile sector? Yes, to how get the automobile industry. Okay, I just answer the question once I'm completed with it. Once whatever your doubts are there, I just tell you about it. First, I continue with that. So, and studying the automobile is not basically only dealing with the automobile. Okay, basically the automobile engines or the engines is there in a different fields. In the aerospace also we have an engine. In the shipping industries also we have engines. So, studying the engine is a very important term. Okay, such as your how is the thermal conductivity, what is the normal the what is the flow of heat, what the heat of the flow is more, what then what will be the effect on the engine. If the heat is less in the engine, what will be the effect of that? This all things we can study in the automobile sectors. Okay, your as we know that there's a brake power, there's a indicated power, how much of efficiency we are getting with it. Okay, so normally automobile plays a vast role in a normally economic as well as in a normally our day-to-day life, and the studying can make you one of the fit into a company. Okay, for if I just share about my practical experience in the automobile industry, I have just in a 2015 I have completed my normally B in mechanical engineering. After completion of my B in mechanical engineering, I have just attached to one of the institute, that is IIT Bombay, for the research and developer as a company. There I was working with them for a normally on a R&D. Means I have a company, I have a normally I'm a 3D printer, I'm just small 3D printer manufacturer within the WAC itself. So in there I just learned a different technology. But initially I have done the internship in a normally one of the precise company in India, that is Tata Motors. I have done an internship in a 6 months in a Tata Motors, where I just learned about what are the basically the normal things in the car. Okay, whatever you study in the academic, that we have a normally carburetors, we have normally which is just mixing the air and fuel mixture, and it is transmitting towards your engine, towards the inlet manifold, and the same thing, it has been burned during suction, compression, expansion, and exhaust, and it will be exhausted and it will be going out. So that is a basic things which is a normally a, yeah, ancient back. Okay, but now we have a different type. So we have a header motor, which is a normal electronic control motor. With the help of electronic control motor, we are just supplying a very huge power towards your engine. That is a normally a compression stroke, expansion stroke. We are supplying a huge power towards it by the means of header motor. Initially, whatever the we were just supplying the power by the carburetor or anything, it was only just making the losses of power. If I say that carburetor has released air fuel ratio from the normally from the throttle valve, and it is just supplied towards the engine, so it will be depend upon the how much of the gearbox's power is required. That much power only the engine will be transmitting to it. Okay, so according to it, normally if the power is not utilized by the gearbox, so what will be that the whole the power will be lost. Okay, we have a multiple things to be utilized in a normally in the engine itself, that if the power losses are there, how to utilize that. For simple example, that is a normally a turbocharger, supercharger. If you heard about turbocharger, supercharger, turbocharger is one of the device which is normally functioning on the our exhaust gases. We are just utilizing the exhaust gases, and then we are just rotating your impulse plate turbine, and by the means same path on the same shaft. And normally the compressor plates will be also installed, as the air will be sucked from the atmospheric air, and it will be compressed and sending it towards your normally to the engine side. Okay, as the engine side has been completely provided with the more compressed air by the means of an intercooler, because we require to cool the temperature also. We can't subject the engine towards the high temperature in the initial stage only. That's why we are using an intercooler. So by using a compressor, by using a turbocharger, we're just sending the air, so that the more power required by the engine to make a compression will be less, and we are getting the efficiency as quick as possible. Okay, so these are the normal things which we will be studying in this academic. And second thing, we will be learning about the different types of braking systems, like normally what is a drum brake, how does a disc brake, what is a master cylinder, what is a wheel cylinder. For simple example, I just wanted to tell the what is a master cylinder. For applying the any of the boosting pressure towards your engine, okay, sorry, towards the braking system, towards your drum brake or the disc brake, we require a booster. Boosters can be diaphragm, it can be a sponge trap, any type of a boosting mechanism we can use in order to apply it towards the high efficient manner. Okay, the master cylinder will be taking the power from your completely uh, sorry, reservoir. From the reservoir, it will be taking a brake oil to be sent towards your normally towards your wheel cylinder, and according to that it will be expanding and the contracting. And what is the braking power? Braking power is basically the friction created between your wheel hub and the braking devices, okay, to apply the braking systems. Okay, so this will be the basically the normal. I just given the introduction about the automobile, what are the advantages of automobile and what we wanted to learn in the automobile. And that's a very vast thing. That's like your, if I just speak about the electrical vehicle. In the electrical vehicles, we have a multiple things to be deal. We have to deal with the BMS systems. We have to deal with the power electronics. We have to deal with the normally thermodynamics. We have to deal with the electrochemical properties of your battery systems. Then we have to just see with the different types of what are different types of hybrid vehicle, whether it's a series, parallel or series. Okay, what is a normally a converter, power converter? What is a basically your, how does your microcontroller plays a very important role in a BMS system, that your battery management systems. So this there are multiple things we will be guys just running in the automobile sector. So I just show you about some of the things here. This is the basically I just was to, continuing with this. Yeah, the two wheelers, passengers, and these things are there. So there are multiple growth of the Indian market dependent on the automobile. From the last year 2018 and 19, there was in 17 the manufacturing of the car sales was 18 lakhs 82,094, as compared to previous year it's 17,000 20,001. So you can say that normally the growth of the production as well as the growth of your normally the manufacturing of your vehicle has been increasing day by day. The per unit also increasing, as the per unit production of the automobile car is increasing, so the employment will be also increasing, and it will be beneficial to the different streams like your HR department, it will be sales department, to your R&D department, to your normally apprenticeship and internship. There will be many opportunities for the students as well as for the experienced persons to work with the different companies with the high opportunities. Okay, so normally if you see that each of these are the normally or agricultural company, they are just GDP plays a 26% important roles in industry, plays a very 26% of important roles in any of the companies, means in the terms of normally manufacturing or a production industry plays a 26% of important roles. Okay, 26 means that's almost a 25% more than a quarter, means more than a three of the three fourth of the quarter. The power is being generated by the means of industry. Services, what 57 of the percent is the of the GDP is contributed as services. In services, basically like your, if you're say about the servicing of the vehicles, normally the, if you are providing a basically the any of the repairing service centers, these are playing the one of the 57% roles. So I can say that almost 60 to 70% the industry as well as the service sector is playing the in the role in the GDP growth. Okay, means gross domestic product, the GDP is almost crossing the 70% to 80% of the growth. So if we are focusing towards it, so it's a very huge. And in this only in the services, we don't only dealing with the only the automobile. There are multiple things in the automobile plays approximately 10 to 15% of the GDP. Okay, it plays an important role at 10 to 15% of your GDP profiles. Then what are the SWOT analysis of a normally automobile industries, means strength, weakness, your opportunity and the threats. Okay, as for the strength of automobile industry, the strength of the automobile industry is such that it plays a very important role in the domestic as well as the international markets. Okay, such as if I just speak that if I have made a some of the vehicle which is a very precise and giving a more advantages and the more features, it can be patented and it can be manufactured with the per unit. Okay, and even the government also plays an important role in the balancing and supporting to other individual cooperators to manufacture the product, and there are multiple schemes provided by the government to get the development in the automobile sector, because the automobile is such a field which every person require a one or the another vehicle to communicate between a one place to another place. So there will be the always, this is a one of the stream that always the demand of the automobile sector will be always be increasing. There will be no any depreciation in the automobile industry. Okay, so it plays a very important roles, and there is a multiple engineering skills also. Okay, as we are working on the automobile initially in at 2000, 2007, we were just thinking that how does the electrical vehicle will be functioning, what will be the different battery system. We will not be dependent on only a lead acid batteries, we will be not dependent only on lead acid batteries. We will have the lead acid batteries only can deliver a power of limited to a duration only. But as the period has been passed, as the chemical reactions and different thing has been being manufactured, they're like your lithium polymer, lithium ion batteries, and lithium cadmium, lithium nickel batteries. Sorry, these are the different types of normally the manufactured batteries have them. So the development as well as the normally the long distance of the electrical vehicle has been also been came into advantages, right? As I say, that strength, what is the basically strength to manufacture the any of the product in the automobile industry, we will be requiring a multiple thing, such as your normally, I sense some issue with the screen. Okay, just hide the current command, I just remove the command. They have just placed me remove the command.
Sir, it is removed.
Okay, fine. So industry plays a very I was on the topic that normally what are the strengths which the in the automobile industries will be playing in a different fields. Okay, like such as normally if I just speak about if I just wanted to manufacture any of the automobile, like a small simple car. Okay, so what are the basic needs to manufacture a car? I require a one of the R&D team, which is a development team. I will be requiring a one of the design team. Okay, I will be requiring a one of the corporate team in order to make it in a such a manner that key I require one of the like a research element, means normally you will be requiring a commercial marketing also, because if there's a need of the in the market for that particular product, that only I can manufacture it. Okay, normally if I just speak about a normal prototype in order to manufacture any of the product from the basic to advanced, I just require the first is the market survey. Second thing, I require the prototyping. Third, I require a designing of particular vehicle. Then I require a normally a particularly about a manufacturing of product. Okay, first will be normally my market survey. What is the market survey? What is the requirement of that vehicle in the market? Means which type of vehicle is required. It requires a luxurious cars, it requires a aerodynamic, it requires a aesthetic, it requires a comfort mode, or it requires a sports mode. It will be dependent upon the various customers preferences. Okay, some will be requiring a commercial vehicle, means like a normally uh, regular vehicle with a high average, with a high performance. They will be requiring, some will be requiring a sports car with a high speed range, with a low torque. It depends upon the basically the requirement of the customer. Second will be the dependent upon the designing, what type of designing I'm making. Okay, the design plays a very important roles in order to make your car as efficient. If my car is not designed as a aerodynamic, if my car is not designed as a proper systematically, so it can be having a more air direct for aerodynamic forces will be acting to it. If the whole more aerodynamic forces will be acting to it, the engine will be requiring a more load to be act upon it. Okay, so the performance of my vehicle will be reduced. So in order to get an optimum power, so I have to make a very important role in the designing also. Then it comes to prototyping. In instead of manufacturing the product directly in a batch or the mass production, I can just make a first prototype model. By the means of a first prototype model, then I can go with the help of a normally with a single product. I can do a multiple testing only, like a thresh test. I can just do with the multiple things, like a normally like a thrust test is there, then your normally aerodynamics is there, then your speed test you can do, then your normally the average test you can do. Multiple tests initially I will be doing in the first individual product, then I will be just making it as a batch or the mass production. Okay, then I will be just doing the manufacturing. After putting the samples of this, or you can say after putting the prototype of the individual product which I have made as a sampling, I will be just pressing into the commercially, means I will be just representing it to the market, that what is the survey of it, what are the different modification does the customers require in the vehicle, then only I will be bringing it. Like if I just speak that like a mobiles also, whenever the normally the companies are manufacturing the mobiles, they just bring in a series, like I just speak about the Redmi, like Redmi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Means in each of the upper stages, they are modifying the some of the other things like RAM. They are just modifying with the normally the storage spaces. They are modifying with the camera features like that. Similarly, in the individual, the car will be also modifying it. Okay. For a simple example, if I speak about like for a simple example, such as normally initially we were not having the regenerative braking system. Now we have in the electrical vehicle we have a regenerative braking system. Now in the commercial like IC engines also we have a regenerative braking system in order to utilize and charge the battery again and again. Then we have a normally exhaust gas recirculation cycles, means exhaust recirculation gases. I means you can use the exhaust gases in order to reduce the nitrous oxide in the engine itself. So we have EGR, we have normally used the EGR technology in the vehicles. Normally we have used MPFI, CRDI, DDI type of engine. Then we have used a dual spark ignition system, DTSI engines. Like that, multiple things we have normally invented and we are normally manufacturing and we are just modifying with according to the requirement. Okay. Normally the manufacture of your vehicle also depends upon the atmospheric conditions also. Such as if I say that if it's Indian condition, it will be a something, it will be hot, it will be cold, it will be a something wet or something like that. But if I just speak about a normally like a US, Japan, Taiwan, there it's almost a snow landing countries. So according to that, I have to design my tire size, which type of tire grip it should be there, what the width should be there, what should be the wheel base of the vehicle should be there, what should be the width of the vehicle is there. According to that, the modification will be there. Then on the automobile we have to understand what are the type of chassis also we have to use. Either we have to use a leather chassis, either we have to use a monocoque chassis, either we have to use a normally a ultralight steel auto body, either have to use a aluminum frame chassis. It depends upon the how much of weight of the vehicle you wanted to produce. If I wanted to produce a lightweight vehicle, I can use aluminum. If I wanted to produce a heavy duty vehicle which has a more durability and ductility, at that time I have to make a highlight means heavier metals, like a normally I just speak about monocoque type of frame chassis. Okay, it will depend upon the which type of car I wanted to manufacture. Okay, Then it will be second thing will be there. uh, this is about the strength. Okay, what are the different weaknesses? I just show you about that. Okay, what are the weakness? A low, high interest of cost, high overhead, overall costing, rising the cost of production, low investment, research development. Okay, if I just speak about the weakness, if I have a very less company to manufacture the vehicle, okay, if I have a very less company to manufacture the product, or if I have a very less durability of manufacturing it, so it will be what I'm not able to serve to the customer according to their requirement. But if I have a multiple companies to manufacture the same product with a proprietorship, or we can say with the franchises or something like that, I can manufacture it in a multiple places. If I say that Mahindra and Mandra has a manufacturing unit at different places like Mumbai, in a northern side, southern side, and like a Tata also they have in a Gujarat, in the Mumbai's, in a Pune, in Maharashtra, in Airoli, like that places they have normally multiple places they have a normal manufacturing assembly places like that. So the production unit will be increasing, as well as the labor cost will also reduce, because if I say that one product is done by a single person or a single unit, it will take a very long time to product. The time plays a very important role in any of the manufacturing process. If the time consumption is more, so the your normally the selling at the point of, from the selling point of view, the your sales will be very much less, because at that time you are not able to deliver the product. When someone is interested to buy something, he wanted it to be immediate effect. He can't have a patience to wait. So if our manufacturing product will be a very much less, so it will be the one of the weakness of the any of the country. So we have to make a multiple plants layouts in order to manufacture the product. Okay, if you know that normally none of the companies are manufacturing the whole completely vehicle within themselves. Okay, some will be manufacturing the chassis, some will be manufacturing the upper body, some will be manufacturing the your wind panel, or someone will be manufacturing your shields, your side doors, rear doors. Some will be manufacturing your normal the rim of the vehicle. Some will be manufacturing your the normal the toroidal ball joint, your normal balancing rods, your different components will be manufactured by different. And after the last stage, it will be brought into one place and it will be assembled. Okay, normally if you see the above casing of your chassis, sorry, frames of your cars are there, it is assembled at the another place. Okay, same in a such a manner here. So here will be also manufacturing of the product will be very much means it will be dependent upon the how much of you want it to be a precise, that much will be the normally the growth of the product will be there. Okay, that much will be the growth of the product we will be having with it. Okay, second thing, uh, more the profitability of the any of the country will be happening. Okay, then second thing, if I just speak about opportunities, what are the opportunity if I am you having the automobile multiple automobile industries in my country or in my sectors? Opportunity, there will be the more employments. Okay, such as there are multiple departments, as I already said you that. Okay, I think so I'm going too much fast, I just slow down. Now I just say that there are multiple opportunities in the automobile sectors also, such as your R&D department, such as in your normally your HR department, normally sailings department, normally then in your if I just say about us design department. Okay, so there will be a multiple opportunities for the engineer also. Okay, if you know that approximately 1 CR to 2 CR of mechanical engineers are now passed out in every year. Okay, and from a different fields like your electrical, mechanical here, and the mechanical is one of the department here where you can just enroll in any of the, you can go to electrical, you can go to computer, you can go to civil, any of the department. Okay, electrical can now the advantages of electrical is also coming with the heavy hard means any of the component, if you see they are just focusing towards any of the components from the mechanical, it's converting the electrical also. So here, if you wanted these terms of employment, the employment will be increasing day by day. As I already said you that the automobile is a one of the sector where it will be the employment ratio will be almost high. The employment opportunity will be going up and up. Means every year almost 1 lakh to 2 lakhs of people will be a retirement, and you can place that, you can replace their positions. Okay, you can just join as a junior engineer, you can join as a normal apprenticeship, you can join as an intern there for a 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, like that. And after that, you can just get a growth in your company. But before that, you must have a normally, if you enter any of the biggest company, if I just speak about a normally a Post Motors, Mercedes, or any of the company, if you wanted to enter at the Mahindra in Mumbai, which is there, if you want to enter, you should have at least a 1 year to 2 year experience in a normally in the automobile sector. Okay, you should have a thorough knowledge about your designing skills. You should have a thorough knowledge about your normally the practicality in the automobile. You should have a knowledge about your projecting you have made in your final year. You should have a thorough in a semester wise mini project you have made. Okay, it plays a very, it shows the skills, how much of thinking power you have. Okay, normally any of the interview I have already been work, as I said, I have worked for the INT for the almost in one of the ESL company for a 1 6 months duration. For that, I have learned one thing, that if you wanted to achieve something in your career, you should be focused about it. Okay, you should be having a something about a knowledge about a particular thing. Okay, no, in none of the interview will be asking about what you have learned in your academic, what you have learned, something. He must be seeing your what skill set you have achieved, and what are your effect you are almost to be get of it. Okay, then second thing I just wanted to tell you that in secondly, I just wanted to tell you about normally in the automobiles, what are the things we are basically. There are multiple things which we will be going to be prepared of. Okay, such as normally if I speak about your uh, such as your opportunities, which are what are the opportunities in your automobile. Like if I say that, if I just speak about the opportunities, in the opportunities we have a multiple, such as I say that I have started my normally the career with the help of one of the small, as I said, I have done the internship with Tata Motors. Then I just enrolled with the one of my, after completion of my final year, I just directly enrolled into one of the company. After I had working with the one of the company for a small SME for the 1 year, I have just enrolled with the Force Motor. Then I have enrolled with the Mercedes for the 1 year. Like that, I have achieved something in my career, right? Similarly, if you wanted to achieve something in your career, you should have the skill set. You should have the understand what are the different components in the automobile. What is the BMS systems? What are different type of chassis are there? What are the different types of engines? What are the different types of components of engines are there? What are different types of sensors are there? Okay. Nowadays, we have all that. We are just completely converting from the mechanical to the artificial intelligence. Okay, such as normally your all the things you can just observe within the computer screen itself. Like if, one of the simple example of that is OBD, onboard dialysis. Okay, within the onboard dialysis, you can analyze that what are the difficulties you are facing within the car itself, whether your engine performance is proper or not, what are the brake power you're getting, what are the indicator power you're getting, what are the normally how what the cam profile, normally the timing balls are opening up, what timing, what cam profile or timing balls are closing up, what is it normally the compression ratio, what are the normally what is the swept volume, everything you can now analyze by the means of the software itself. That's the one of the, if you see in the BS4, they have started with the OBD onboard analysis. Within attaching your VGA, like something like a VGA wire, you are attaching to your dashboard, and you can attach to your computer system, and you can analyze completely performance of the vehicle within it. So you can say that the automobile is also converting towards a very high technologies. Okay, such for a simple example, initially we were having a mechanical acceleration. We were having a mechanical acceleration that we were providing a throttle, and by the throttling, providing a throttling acceleration, normally your carburetor was just releasing the air and the fuel ratio, and it was being mixed, and the power was transmitted. But now it has been converted to a PWM, pulse width modulation. Okay, just to have here we have installed a Hall sensor, just providing the rotation to your throttle. It can be send the signals to your electronic motor, and the electronic motors will be according to requirement, it will be supplying the fuels. Okay, then we have a multiple things like normally we have autopilot light. If you see in any of the automobile companies, we are just in this bike, if you see that they are always making the headlight on. There's a one of the reason also to make the headlight on, because they wanted to make the high efficiency of the vehicle. Okay, they wanted to utilize the power of the engine, and as wanted to maintain the economic speed of the vehicle. I, sorry, to maintain the economic speed, as you know that the 40 and the 60 is the normal the economic speed of the any of the vehicle. 40 to 60 is the economic speed of the any of the vehicles, means it will be in the this it will be not consuming the more fuel, or it will be not consuming the less fuel. It will be the economically and giving you the more average. But in the practically, it's not possible in the normally in a city life to get a that much of a efficiency, means to maintain the average of your maintain the speed range of your 40 to 60. So to maintain that, to maintain the particularly the ranging of it, we require a particular parameter. So they have invented with that also, okay, such as a normal autopilot light. Okay, they are just what is happening whenever the headlight is on, it will be consuming the power from the engine, and as the power is consumed, it will be maintaining the same power from what is you will be receiving for the whatever, sorry, whatever you will receive from the speed range of 40 to 60, same power range you will be achieving here also. Such as if for a simple example I wanted to give you, if I say that I wanted to maintain a proper city, if I'm just driving a vehicle from the one place to another place, it will be almost, I will be having a speed breakers, I will be having a pits and a multiple things. So I have to reduce the speed, I have to increase the speed, I have to reduce the speed, I have to increase the speed. So to maintain at that time, I can be the in the average speed of 0 to 40, 40 to 50, or 50 to 60. Max to max, I can go to 40 to 50 once or a while. But if I wanted to maintain economically, I wanted to stable within the 40 to 60. So that much of power has to be achieved by the engine. Okay. Normally, whatever you speed, as you see the speed in your speedometer, that's the speed of a basically of your the rotation of the wheel, which is moving from the one place to another place. It's not showing the speed of your normally the your engine. Your RPM normally show the speed of your engine with how much of RPM non rotation of the engine is happening. Either it's a 100,000 RPM, 2,000 RPM, 3,000 RPM, 4,000 RPM, 6,000 RPM, 7,000 RPM, till 10,000 RPM there. If I just speak about a normally a economic speed in the range of 40 to 60, it means that I'm in the range speed of a 40,000 RPM to the uh, hello. Huh? Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so my objective was to just explain you I just my objective was to just explain you the different parameters which the industries are coming in comments industries are facing, and what are the different things the normal what is scenario in the market which is going on. I just given the introduction, I just told you about it. Second thing, I just if the things are there, I just tell you in the PPT how's the normally it will be functioning. Okay, uh, let's look here. Okay, so here I just show you that there are different okay, this is about the strongness weakness, as I just spoke about. There are normally different segments which are that like a it is two-wheeler, three-wheeler, normally commercial, and the your domestic. Okay, there are multiple segments which the normally the automobile sectors have been divided off. Okay, growth of normally the GDP is also dependent some about of the automobile sectors also. As you know that the Japan and normally the US different companies are famous for the automobiles, so they are basically having a more GDP in the automobile sectors as compared to a. But then also we are in the fourth and the third parameter. We are in the third and the fourth parameter in terms of a manufacturing of a automobile vehicles. Okay, what are the opportunity? I just told you about that. We have a normally there will be the more demand if we have a multiple, if I have we have a multiple layouts, we have multiple plants to be manufacturing the vehicles, so we will be having a more opportunity of the jobs, we will be having a more research and development, we can produce the product within ourselves. It doesn't require to depend on the different companies for their product, for their engines or multiple things. If I just speak about the Force Motors, they are just utilizing the engines of a BMW, and the other components are installed off by the means of their own local manufacturing. But they are utilizing the engines of the Force Motors, sorry, of BMW motors to be installed it, because the performance of the BMW motors are very much high. Okay, threats, rising the interest, cut thought competition, lack of technologies in companies. Okay, basically it is not such that we have a lack of technology in India. Only the thing is that we are only dependent on the whatever the thesis, whatever the practicality we have caught it. Okay, we are normally we have a great minds. Indian has a great mind to manufacture the product. They have a more cooperating as the manufacturing product. If in the one of the survey they have it has been studied that the Indian has a more production and the manufacturing power as compared to normally other nations. Means they will be having their research and their normally designing power is more than the other day. If you see that normally the 50% to 60% of freelancing of the designing of the vehicles are normally done by the means of Indians only. Okay, so we have a very much high interest. We can raise the interest in the automobile sectors. We can interest the normally the power in the of the youth in the means of automobile sectors also. Okay, future prospects of the automobile sector. As in the coming years, the economy will be also depend upon the automobiles. Okay, now there is almost a 32 companies in India which is working on the electrical vehicles. Okay, there is almost a 32 companies which are normally working on the electrical models, and they have a multiple variants they have designed, such as your like your Revolt 400. There is a Atlas, like a normally they have a normally the athons are there, like then your electric 14 community is there. They are just continuously coming in continuously they are coming in a production of the product. Okay, means they are just making your product visibility to the market, and they are just making it as a huge competition in the market itself. Okay, one of the Indian manufacturer has built a bike which has within a single charge it can drive for approximately 200 to 300 kilometer in a single charge. Okay, he has just make a modifications in its braking system. He has used a regenerative braking type of mechanism. He has just used some of the more battery package as compared to normal what other vehicles are there. Then your Honda, then your Hero, then your normally your if you see latest, if you heard about the news that Bajaj Chetak also is coming with the normally the electric vehicle. Okay, means electric bike. So there's a continuously development is coming into electrical as well as into IC engine. Okay, one of the some of the parameters it is saying that the electrical vehicle will be covering a completely the whole segment of the IC engine. No, it's not possible to completely cover the IC engine. There will be the combination of your IC engine, and there will be a combination of your normally electric vehicle. Uh, if we are getting a more than in a single charge, and we have a more power station, if we have a more electrical power station, then we can be dependent on the complete electrical vehicle till 2030 or 2025. There is there can be a chances of that electrical vehicle can be come into the formation. Okay, but unless and until it we have to dependent on the hybrid vehicles, once the combination of your IC engine and the combination of your electric vehicles. Okay, then if I just speak about the annual income of the any of the nation which is increasing by yearly by yearly, it is almost each year almost 7 to 8%. There's an increment in the income of the in the any of the countries in the production of the automobile, because as the requirement increases, the production also increases, and the quality and the quantity of the product also increases with that. Okay, okay, I just already told you about different opportunities you can get after studying this at. Okay, and one of the thing which is the we it is not a such that if you are studying the automobile you can only be working in a some as R&D, or you will be working as a design engineer. You can go to other department also. You can go for the HR department, you can go for the sales executive, you can go for management terms, you can go for regional manager, state head, commercial, like that. You can go for the commercial purpose also. You can go for the sales companies also. But for that also you require some or the other knowledge about automotive. What are the different components are there in the automobile sectors? What how does to make as efficient, or to how to convince the customer? You should know the factors which are there. Okay, if I say for a simple example, if I wanted to present that if my some customer comes to me, I wanted to specify, then just wanted to tell him the specification of the vehicle. At that time I should know what are the different things are there within the vehicle. I should be able to explain him the width of the tire. I am able to explain him the wheelbase. Wheelbase means the center distance between your rear wheel and the front wheel. The center distance, that center distance, I should know that what's the wheelbase of the vehicle should be there. Which type of engine I'm using? Either I'm using a four-stroke engine. I'm using a normally a six-stroke engine. I'm using a two-stroke engine. What are the different types of cylinders I'm using? I'm either using a V cylinder, H cylinder. I'm using a normally online cylinders. I should have a knowledge about it. Okay, and if this because customer is curious about knowing the more technicality in about the automobile. Okay, and he can convey. Okay, if you know the one of the parameter, whenever you are going to any of the manufacturer for buying any of the vehicle, they just tell you that the NVH of my vehicle is this much, means it is a 100 200. What are the parameters will be the NVH? What's just a stance with the NVH? That's a noise, vibration and the harshness. Okay, NVH. Okay, noise, vibration, harshness means how much of the noise of the vehicle is there, how much of the vibration of the vehicle is there, and how much the harshness will be there. Noise, someone is influenced by the noise. Like if I just speak about the bullet. Okay, bullet noise makes someone pleasant, but someone feels a very odd also with the help. So it depends upon the harshness of the customer, means it depends upon the priority of the customer, how he's feeling about the vehicle. If I say that a Splendor or a Activa is making a noise, it will be not it will not be acceptable to you for that vehicle to be, that bike to be getting the sound with it. Okay, so it will be depend upon the what parameters are normally the in the BS6. The 80 to 102 is the decimal of the noise which is maintained. Normally initially it was from the 94 to 114. Now the decimal has reduced, the noise vibration, so the noise decimal has decreased to from 80 to 104. Second thing is the vibration. How much of vibration of your vehicle is being generated? Means vibration such as your, means if there is a more vibration, so what will be happening? There will be the less traction forces. There will be a less aerodynamic dynamic forces will be impacting more towards your vehicle itself. So the vibration of the vehicle should also be less in terms of any of the vehicle. Then harshness. Okay, as I said you initially that someone is pleasant with a normally a bullet sound and someone is doesn't like that sound. So it depends upon the variation of the customer to customer, how much they are feeling to about sound and the vibration and the normally your noise. Okay, it depends upon the harshness. So on this parameter also we are just buying the vehicle. So these are the normal things normally any of the person should know in entering before the automobile industry. Okay, uh, and the automobile is one of the job description. Automobile and job description, we have to coordinate with the multiple departments. Okay, if I'm say that I am basically a junior engineer in any of the company, so I have to coordinate with the sales department also. I have to deal with the normally the manufacturing department also. I have to deal with the normally the dispatch department also, because I have to, and I have to just deal with everything, because I have to deal with the sales department, because I have to provide a complete updation of the what are the updation of my project is going on, what are the updation in the vehicle is there I'm doing, so that it can be a key points for them. It can be key points for them to present in the market. Okay, it will be a complete a key point for them to present in the market. Such as if I say for a simple example, I have developed a engine which is giving me in a 1 liter of fuel, it is giving me a 100 to 200 kilometer in 1 liter. That is a key point. Okay, so that key point can be attract the customer towards it. So I have to coordinate, and I have to whatever the research I'm doing with my vehicle, whatever the research work I have to just express this towards my sales department also, as well as I have to deal with the production and the uh, say normally the production unit department also, because whatever the designer and the R&D department can do the only the consumption. He can consume that, or you can say okay, he can hope that this can be happen, but the actuality can only be brought up by the means of a production department, or it can be manufacture department only can bring it up. Okay, so it will be the description is a job automobile description and it's dealing with it. Okay, what are the different qualifications will be required? Like master RSS require a bachelor degree, diploma, graduates, masters, MBAs like that. Okay, what are the skills normally you require in automobile industry? You should have a technical skill, you have should have analytical skills, you have a risk identification. What will be the risk if it is crossing these parameters, means if my vehicle is not working with how to remedy with it. So risk identification also important. So we should have the risk identification, we should have a good communication, we should have a computer literality, because computer literality is required because we have to continuously communicate with the robotics, because almost all of the automobile sectors are converting towards the automation. So we should have the computer knowledge also, so how to use a different application with the help of a computer systems. Okay. There are multiple jobs, salaries will be there for the beginners. It can be basically from uh, its salary starts from 13,000, 14,000 till it ends from 18,000, 20,000, like that for the starters. And after of a particularly years pass, you can just reach to a 8 to 10 CTC, like that. Okay, so it will be the dependence are going on. Okay, if you see the last 6 to 7 years of the development, the increase in the production of the automobile is going higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher. Means if the productivity of the automobile is going, there is no any depletion in the production of the product in the automobile sector. The production is going higher and higher, and the variants of the automobile also going higher. And as we know that we have a, initially we were having the only the sedans. From the sedan it came to SUV to it came to a normally or hatchback models, like that. Normally the production as well as the normally the development in the automobile sector is also growing up by the years and years and years. Okay. Okay, so there are multiple automobile companies which are basically dealing with it, like Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chandigarh, like that. Okay, it depends. There are problems with its recruitment, like a sectors like they're in clutch, low salary hikes, but it is not as reliable to it. Okay, these are the normally companies, Tata Motors, they have weakness, squares, and everything. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the session, and I have given you some of the knowledge about the automobile sector. Almost within the 1 hour, it is I have a multiple things to explain. Already, I'm providing a training for approximately 1 month, so it is sometimes becomes a very problematic to bring the very much huge information within a small duration itself. So I have tried it to bring in a small duration and to give a valuable knowledge to you. Okay, if you have any of the doubts, you can ask me in the comment section, guys. If you have any of the question, you can ask me in the comment section. I answer to you that. Okay. Someone has asked me that how does a normally a six-stroke engine functions. Okay. Basically, in a six-stroke engines, we have basically, as you know, that we have a suction, compression, expansion, exhaust, right? Similarly, in a six-stroke engine, we have a more two cycles, that is normally the expansion and exhaust. Okay. What happens? Like normally, if you have studied about basically like a high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine. So you have heard about it, like in a high pressure turbine, whenever the pressure and the temperature has been reduced, we can supply that same pressure towards the low turbine, so that that power can be utilized and energy can be gained and it can be amplified in some unit of power. Okay, like similarly in the six-stroke engine, what happens after the whatever the exhaust gases are there, we are using that exhaust gas in another cylinder, which will be a water circulated type of cylinder, like also called as a HUA cylinder type of engines, where you will be utilizing that power and you are generating a power in some efficient to support the engine driven powers. Okay, already the engine has been supported by a turbocharger and supercharger for the better performance. Okay, next question. Explain a 2-liter engine, 3-liter engine. What are the different types of consumers for SUV cars? Okay. One of the Someone has asked me what is the future of the automobile, whether it is the IC engine or electrical. Okay. If I just speak about the IC engine or the electrical vehicle, it will be the normally for the next 20 years to 15, sorry, almost 10 years to 15 years. Normally, there will be more survival of your IC engines. Okay, but as the development in the electrical vehicles will be coming on, you will be having a more procurement in the particularly in the EV sectors. Okay, such as we can develop a more efficient powers of battery. If the battery are more efficient and can give a more power, so we can implement the electrical vehicle with a high impact towards as compared to IC engine, because the IC engine is a, one of the bulky to be installed and to be taken off as compared to electrical vehicle, because the electrical vehicle has a compact unit as compared to completely your IC engine. So the survival rate of the both the IC engine and the electrical will be there. And if you just speak about the scope of both of them, it will be a very much huge in the coming years. Okay, and if you heard about that in the automobiles also, there is almost autopilot this there, which is the normally the Tesla is providing autopilot, which said you doesn't require to drive a vehicle by yourself. With the help of multiple sensors, you can drive the vehicle. So there will be a very much high implementation on the automobile sectors in coming years. uh, what is the scope of the design engineer? The scope of the design engineer will be basically for designing, like if I just speak about SolidWorks, if I just speak about normally Katia, Unigraphics, Pro Creo. So these are the software which are playing in an important role, like simulation in your analysis. This all things are playing a very important roles, because without the designing, anything cannot be brought into the actuality, because the designing thing is one of the imaginary things which is converted into the originality by the sum of the in the paper terms. Okay, so the design engineer can be survival rate is more as compared to the other department, because it has a huge scope and he can do the any of the development in any of the products. Okay, so uh, someone has asked me that there is a continuously decrease in the production automobile industry. Automobile industry is not only dependent upon the one company. Either it's basically, if I just speak about the Tata Motors, Maruti, Honda, Hero, it is not dependent on the one company. There are multiple companies which are producing it, and if we have a multiple own manufacturing. We have a normally the franchises of a different companies which are we are manufacturing the product by ourselves. If I speak about the Mercedes, if I speak about the BMW, we have a normally our own unit of manufacturing it. We are normally have our own unit of local vendors which are making the product and giving us, and we are just only importing the engine from the outside and we are just installing it. So the production rate will be not be decreasing, because the as the development and the requirement is increasing. So the automobile sector is one of the sector which will not have any of the duplication in the anytime. One company can have the duplication, but normally automobile can company doesn't have any of the duplications. Okay, so guys, I just wanted to tell you that this is a basically automobile industries are there. If you wanted to learn something in the 3D printing also, as I said that I have a normally manufacturing of a 3D. I have doing a 3D printing manufacturing. So I have a own manufacturing of a 3D printer from the size of 300 to 1.5 meter to 200 2.5 meters of machines. Means in that you can have by using additive manufacturing process, how you can make a different product. How can you make a different imaginary thing, designary things into the practical prototyping. You can use it if you know that. Basically the monocue is one of the technique of your additive manufacturing only. That's basically adding the layer by layer, layer by layer manufacturing only. So monocue is one of the type of additive manufacturing also. So are you interested in the additive manufacturing also? So the the WAC coordinators will be contacting to you about it, so you can take a session for that also. uh, there's some what you if you want, I wanted to make a knowledge of artificial intelligence. Yeah. uh, if you wanted to make a someone has asked me that if you wanted to make quite a automobile or a in a uh, Okay, 1 second. I'm just concluding in the 5 minutes. Then the Rohan sir will be coming to it. Rohit sir will be coming to it for continuation. Uh, Last is basically here normally. I just concluded that with the multiple question is there. I just answer the remaining those are there. I will just answer it afterwards within their email IDs. Now I'm just concluding it. Automobile has a very huge the requirement, and also it has a more coming years requirement of the employment also. If you know that recently only the RPM Modi, Narendra Modi has announced that he is just giving a 20 crores of normally 20 lakh of crores of normally to the normally the industry. So in the coming years, normally a small manufacturer also can take a development. He can make its own prototype, and he can within the startup India he can just register it and make a development. So the opportunity in the terms of the career it will be increasing. Okay, Rohit sir, you can continue now.
Conclude, many guys are concerned about their certificates and everything. Okay, so I am giving you a brief key what course, like what type of things we are going to cover in the full training program, and how you will get your certificates and everything, right? So I'm just sharing my screen. Wait a sec. I think I am audible to you, to every student. So first thing first, so we are organizing an automobile IC engine summer training. Okay. So we have what you have understood in this training is studying automobile and IC engine is very effective and easy. Automobile IC engine technology has infinite application used by all automobile giants, and you are checking key now automobile industry is getting a shift from the mechanical part to AI part, right? So our expert has a in-depth knowledge of that thing as well, and WAC always cares for the quality, right? So this is some if you are ready to join our extended course, right? So we are starting a new batch from 18th of May, and the mode will be Zoom live classes, right? So in a batch, only 10 students can participate, and the fees is 4,000 rupees. But if you guys are interested to join the full version of the program, then you will get 1,000 rupees off in the fees. You have to pay 3,000 rupees plus tax. And course curriculum link is there. You can check this out, and you can find the what things we are going to cover in this full training program. So I've already told you, you will get 1,000 rupees off in the fees if you are applying before midnight. You will get 1,000 rupees off in the fees. What type of certificates you are getting? Certificate is certificate of participation. That will be from what after college in Android app development. Plus you will get an internship letter from our side. So internship letter is a project based letter. So after every class you will get a task, and according to which we will provide you an internship letter. So it is a 10 days program. 4-hour session will be given to you. Total 40-hour session will be there for you, and you will get live classes, and after every live classes you will get the recorded session of every class. So after every class you will get a task from the trainer side, and you have to complete that task. On that behalf we'll provide you that internship letter, and certificate of participation is there. Both sample certificate is I think it is showing on your screen. So what are the benefits if you are attending the full program from our company is there is LMS system, industry update, course curriculum is there. I've already told you like we'll teach from basics till advanced level of the subject, and it will be a latest industry update course curriculum. Project will be there, report will be there. I've already told you ki you will get online classes plus recorded session. Assignment will be there, and in a batch only 10 students can participate, not more than that. So these are counselor number. I am copying that thing and I'm pasting it in the screen. Wait a sec. For any kind of queries regarding the certificate, regarding the course curriculum, regarding the training, regarding anything, you can contact any of the above number and you will get assistance from our team, right? So it is a feedback form. You can give your feedback ki how you have liked. Do you like the training or not? And would you like to attend the extended version? And for getting the certificate, there is a fees that is a 50 rupees. Okay. So this is the link. I'm copying it and I'm pasting it in the comment box. Wait a sec. Sorry. So this is the links. You can go there. You can give your feedback. You can pay your 50 rupees for getting the certificate. And I've already given you the counselor number as well. You can contact any of the above number, and you will get the assistance from our company, from our team members. Okay. So I'm pasting it. Apart from that, if any student has a query regarding the training, the updated version, like the updated course content and the full training program, they can ask their queries on the comment box. I will try to solve some of the queries. Sure, Vikram, our team will do that and will give you the link over mails, so you can fill your feedback form and the certificate payment link you will receive from our backend team. Yes, Shri Krishna, you will get your certificate. And first of all, you have to fill the feedback form and you have to make payment. And you will get your certificate within this week, maximum by Saturday. Kshitij, okay, thank you. You have paid your fees. You will get your certificate soon, within this week only. Amber Singh Dogra, you will get your certificate maximum by Saturday. Uh, I think Etijia Sarkar, yes, it is 56 rupees because 50 rupees is the fees and 6 rupees as a tax. Harshad sir, I think we are done with our part. If you want to conclude anything, you can go ahead, sir.
Okay, guys, already sir has just told you everything about it, and I just wanted to tell you that within the session itself, we will be learning about normally about everything in the automobile. We will be just dealing with the normally automobile means like what are different type of chases, what are different type of braking systems, what are different type of steering mechanisms, what are different type of transmission system, what are different type of differentials. All things we will be studying about the normally the automobile vehicles. Second thing, we will be studying about the EV, means what are the things in the electrical vehicles and the hybrid vehicles and how its functionality will be happening. Okay, so within this session itself, you can have sorry, you will be having at least a knowledge about how does the companies are just working on the electrical vehicle, hybrid vehicles, and normally the IC engines. So it will be in the within the session itself. You can place to the any of the company itself, and you can just clear the interview. Okay, that's all from me. So you can continue.
To every student who is saying कि link is not working, anything like any problem they are facing, I'm once again I am giving my counselor number. You can call anybody from the team, and you will get the links personally on your WhatsApp, on your message box, or through mail. So I'm pasting my counselor number. You can contact anybody. For any kind of queries, guys, regarding the certification, regarding anything, these are the counselor number. Contact anybody, and you will get support from our backend team. Okay, Harshad sir, I think we are done with the our part. Okay, I'm just
Yes.
ending that broadcast, and okay sir,
Okay, sir.
thank you sir.